Yeah. I'm really sorry, sir. We'll just go in.
Let's just let them know that you are live.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. Ed Talks is a platform where educators and leaders come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for the day is how to make learning enjoyable, and to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Mr. Shobhan Soy, sir, CEO of Clay Preschool Chain, Ludhiana. A very warm welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Meg.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking out your precious time. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, Meg. It's a wonderful platform, and Tab, I would say, has given a great opportunity for me to share my views on a very, very beautiful topic, very close to my heart. Like how children learn
Yeah.
is something uh, every teacher needs to know. Every teacher wants to know because that's sometimes a struggle. Sometimes, uh, like everybody wants के बच्चे easily learn कर पाएं. Every mother also is looking for the same thing, but somewhere every child is wanting to have something that they do not get. I think we'll discuss that today.
Absolutely, sir. Parents and educators, mostly they do have this concern that how do you make, the things, whatever they are teaching more interesting and playful so that, the students can learn them very easily and leaves a very good impact also. So let's begin off with the session now, sir, shall we?
Surely, surely. Please go ahead, May.
So, firstly, sir, do you think teachers have to, up their game to make the learning process more engaging or more, enjoyable, as we can say?
See, Mehak, सबसे पहले it's very important to understand like how children learn. We can take the example of maybe starting from the early years, maybe a 1 year old child. You see, nobody teaches the child how to walk. The child learns by itself. The child learns by experimenting. The child learns by watching others walk, and he tries to imitate them and tries to explore, and he starts walking. Same way, the language that we learn, nobody teaches us that language. All that we learn in the school is the expression of that language, how to write, how to read that language. But to speak, we learn at home. We call it the mother tongue. So we start learning right from the like speaking right from the age of 1 or maybe before that. And that language that we speak is all learned from the environment. A child living in South India may be speaking Tamil Nadu or Kannada, and a child living in North India may speak Hindi, Punjabi, according to the area or the dialect that they have. And they speak that language which their mother speaks. So we learn by our own. Nobody teaches us how to learn. So if that is the way, I think by experimentation, by from the environment, we can learn anything. Then our classrooms have to be the same. We don't have to teach children anything. We just have to create the right environment, right kind of space for them to learn, and we need to push learning on them. If we start forcing learning, which normally happens in our classrooms, that children are taught by forcing some ideas on them, or children are taught by forcing the lessons on them, our subjects, and there is a race of completing the curriculum, but maybe by the teachers, maybe by the school management, maybe by the parents as well, to complete the homeworks and everything in tuition centers also. So children are rather not learning, but they are mugging things. They are just mugging to maybe attempt the exams. So if we are forgetting whatever we have learned in the classroom after the exam, after some time, that clearly shows that we have never learned because some forgotten, right? So I strongly believe that we need to learn the way of uh, bringing experimentation to the classrooms. We need to learn how the children discover various things, and if we start doing all that, I think it will be more fun. Children will love the classroom, children will love the teachers, children will love getting appreciated for their own exploration. They will love classroom. We have seen in some of the movies with Amir Khan that he shows how children love his classroom and they do not love the other teachers. So that is all fun we can create in our classrooms as well.
Absolutely, sir. We do know, we all are very well aware of the movie Tare Zameen Par. So yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much, sir, for this brief explain. So moving forward, do you believe that integrated technology is the answer to making learning more fun?
See, technology is fun. We are right now on technology. Is technology, and there is so much of content available on technology. And if we keep watching those reels, it's very interesting these days. People are very engaged onto reels and Snapchat and a lot of stuff. Again, that is technology, but not this kind of social media technology. I would say technology is not necessarily the apps that we use or the computers and the mobile phones that we use. There is a lot of technology that is available which can be used in the classrooms. At the same time, these classes they give the real time imaginary viewpoint of how the things are. So it becomes very easy. I remember when I was a child, we used to draw a diagram of heart, and it used to be very difficult. We used to do maps, but today I think having a Google Maps or any kind of satellite map system in the classroom can make it very easy to understand complete geography and how the weathers are, how the things are. That becomes very easy in these smart classes. So that kind of technology is fun. I think it's very engaging, very learningful, and at the same time, we can use a lot of tools. We can use a lot of virtual tools, a lot of artificial intelligence tools in the classrooms these days. You would see even a 6 months old baby wants to play on a mobile phone. He also tries to snatch the mobile phone from the mother. So everybody is loving technology, so why not? I think technology is a very integral part. We have to ensure that the technology is not destructive or is not trying to disrupt the focus or attention of the child. So it should just be focusing on the learning.
Absolutely, sir. Technology, it is very important in our daily lives nowadays. One can not live without technology at all. So,
Yes.
moving forward, sir, do you think, going outside of the classrooms, the four walls of the classrooms can make learning much better or more fun?
Yeah, I think always uh, all that I am today, or I think whoever you are today, is what we learned outside the classroom. Whatever we learned inside the classroom was more of a information, and whatever we explored outside the classroom, maybe when we were in the school and we played in the lunch break with our friends, we learned the teamwork, we learned the leadership, we learned all kinds of negotiation in the games. So all that what we are doing today in relationships, all that we are doing today in our businesses is all that we have learned outside the classroom. Whatever we have learned inside the classroom was of very less use, that was more of academic, but real life skills were outside the classroom. So I think it is very, very, very important aspect for learning, that we should go in the nature, we should explore in the nature, we should try to find out. For example, if we have to learn science and we have to learn biology, we can just go to a park or a garden nearby and let the children explore the different types of plants, different types of leaves, different types of um, insects, different types of birds, and what all features do they have. I think if they start exploring some features, some birds which are available in their kind of right kind of environment, they will be able to understand other birds as well, which they might not be able to see in the environment, or other kinds of trees or other things. But learning about biology inside a classroom versus going inside the real time environment is very, very different. You would see the learning about the texture of a plant or a leaf is going to be an amazing experience by a child. He will never forget it. Same ways you talk about any subject, everything has an opportunity to go outside and learn. We can do mathematics on sand, we can do the geometry, we can do geography, everything outside. I can maybe assign a child to create a chair throughout the year, and he would create that chair, he would maybe use that chair for his own sitting, but in creating that chair he's learning lots of life skills. He's learning how to shape the wood, how to have different shapes. He's learning the geography, he's learning geometry, and he's learning the degrees, he's learning everything. He's learning the balance. तो उसमें फिजिक्स भी आ जाती है, ज्योमेट्री भी आ जाती है, मैथमेटिक्स भी आ जाती है, सब मेजर्स आ जाते हैं, व्हाट इज अ मीटर, हाउ मेनी इंचेस, एवरीथिंग, द कैलकुलेशंस, द प्रोपोर्शंस ही वुड लर्न. उससे ज्यादा अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट क्लासरूम में भी नहीं हो सकता है व्हेन वी स्टार्ट doing our own DIY projects outside or going anywhere. Even if you go, even if you take the children to a picnic, they are exposed to so many new things. They are exposed to so many new people, the social interactions that they do. So learning outside the classroom can never be compared with learning just inside those four walls. So I think that's the best way children should learn. Our schools should be our campuses should be the classrooms.
Absolutely, sir. Learning should not be, inside the four walls only of the classroom. Thank you so much, sir. That was, a very wonderful explained by you. So, lastly, do you think is experiential learning the new future of learning? How do you see it, sir?
See, the NEP 2020 that has come up, our new education national policy, is all about experiential learning. Right from the early years. Now, luckily, they have included the early years also into it. Otherwise, they were always under the Ministry of Child and Women Development. Now, the Education Department is covering it. Why the government also had to think about experiential learning? We need to understand. Experiential learning, I told you in the beginning that children love by discovering, children learn by discovering, children learn by experimentation. So all that is experiential learning. Unless and until you experience something. You remember when you were a child, you also used to ask your parents, whenever they used to stop you for something, you would say, why?
Yeah.
मेरे को क्यों रोक रहे हो? Sometimes they just had to tell you कि ऐसे ही करना है. ठीक है, आप जिद करते थे या किसी चीज के लिए करते थे, तो that is all experiential. Children want to understand everything why, and if you get to know why of anything, you remember it for life. The reasoning has to be inculcated, the reasoning has to be motivated, and that reasoning will require experimentation. The reasoning will require them to explore things. And experiential learning का आप किसी भी चीज का कोई भी एग्जांपल ले लो, they can only learn by their own experience. And at the same time, if there are 30 children in the classroom or 25 children in the classroom, every child will have their own experience. I'll just give you an example. We always talk about multiple intelligences, that there are children who are visual learners, or they are numeric learners, and there are different types of learners in the classroom. So you remember कितने गाने हम याद करते हैं, याद भी नहीं करते, हम जस्ट गाते हैं या सुनते हैं तो हमें गाना याद हो जाता है. ठीक है, so we have that audio like audio learning जब हम सुनते हैं, और we remember a movie's scene, but we do not remember our academic subjects. ठीक है, because there is no experience over there. जो मूवी का हम सीन देखते हैं वो हमें याद रहता है, because we have experienced that. So a visual learner maybe will learn from that kind of learning. So if there are 30 children in the classroom, and there are different types of learners, someone learns kinesthetically by touching things, someone learns by listening, someone learns by watching, someone learns by touching. तो जो भी टाइप का लर्नर है वो क्लासरूम में किसी ना किसी तरीके से खुद एक्सप्लोर करके लर्न कर जाएगा. If we do not give them that experiential way, someone will learn and someone will not. That's why our classrooms are very imbalanced. You see, some children learn very fast, but others are not, because those children are naturally designed to learn in that environment by reading or something, but others are not. Some other children would love to experience things. So हमारे classroom का way of teaching, our teachers' way of teaching should be involving every kind of learner. We should have our smart class video contents. We should have our exploration ideas and techniques going outside in the classroom. We should have the book learning. We should have some audio tools which explain the concept, or maybe the teacher is telling the story or something. So we can narrate lots of ways of teaching. एंड क्लास में एक ही सब्जेक्ट को अगर हम कई ढंग से करेंगे, और मे बी थिएट्रिकल स्टाइल कैन बी अडॉप्टेड वेयर इन बच्चे खुद एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं, दे आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट स्टोरी, दे आर बीइंग दैट, सो ऑल दोज थिंग्स कैन बी an amazing way of learning and they will never forget.
Absolutely, sir. There are so many ways that you told uh, that the teaching can be made more enjoyable. Thank you so much, Shobhan sir, for being here. That was really an informative session with you. I hope
Thank you so,
the viewers enjoyed it, because I know I did. Thank you so
thank you
much
so much.
again, sir.
Thank you for this beautiful session, and thank you to Entab for inviting me to speak on their platform. It was lovely speaking to you and sharing my little knowledge with all the educators and all the mothers, all the parents over here. I wish everybody a great parenting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And for all the viewers watching us out, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stuff like this. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.